On March 21st, 2026, Beyond the Box Play Therapy Training Center, which is under Outside of the Box Therapy Center, which is located in Gaffney, South Carolina, is going to be offering a full day of play therapy training. So in the morning, we're going to be looking at ethics in the playroom, and in the afternoon, we're going to be looking at client-centered play therapy, which is sometimes called CCPT. CCPT is one of the most powerfully and developmentally appropriate ways to help children process emotions and trauma and to deal with life transitions. And it's what I believe to be a foundational skill for anybody who wants to work with children, especially in a therapy type format. The roots of this approach actually trace back to the 1940s when Carl Rogers developed client-centered therapy. Rogers believed that healing occurs when individuals experience genuine empathy, when they experience understanding and acceptance and unconditional positive regard. Later, Virginia Axeline took the principles of Rogerian type therapy and she applied those same principles to children and recognized that play is the natural language and expression of childhood. And through play, children can process and express what they can't yet put into words. So in client-centered play therapy, the child leads the process while the therapist provides a safe, accepting environment. Instead of telling the child what to do or directing the child's play in some way or forcing them to have conversations by asking them a zillion questions, the therapist actually just steps into the child's emotional world, reflecting feelings, supporting expression, and allowing the child to take the time to work through the things that they need at their own pace. Research over decades have shown that CCPT is very highly effective in helping children with anxiety, trauma, life changes, emotional regulations. And studies have consistently found improvements in self-control, emotional awareness, social skills, and just overall resilience of children when they engage in this type of therapy. When children feel like they are deeply understood and accepted, then they can begin to develop those internal tools that's going to help them to navigate through their lives. So there are some key components of client-centered play therapy that include a safe and consistent playroom environment. So we spend some time talking about the playroom environment and things that can stimulate, very expressive type of play. Unconditional positive regard from the therapist. That's where the therapist is accepting who they are and focuses on the skills of what they're doing. That means we don't give false praise, but we recognize when a child is doing something that is really good and beneficial for them. Empathic listening and listening to feelings through a reflection of the feelings that are going on. We respect the child for their ability and their capability to solve problems and to grow without us telling them what they have to do. And when we allow the child to lead the process, then we're allowing the child to have authentic expression of whatever their feelings may be, feelings that they may not yet have the words to express to you. At its heart, CCPT trusts something very profound, and that is that children have the innate capacity for healing and growth when they are placed in the right environment to help them foster that. Sometimes the most important work that I do with children or that I have with children are not those long, intense conversations. It's not me stepping into the teacher role or the parent role. It happens through play, through working with puppets, working with my sand tray, building a block tower, or finding tiny figurines to help tell a story. And that's the most important work, is to let's go with what the child is doing. Because one of the things that we have started to realize that when children just play, they're not just playing, they are working through their environment as how they see it. So please take some time, and if you are interested in getting your journey to go to get your RPT, or if you're already an RPT and you want to strengthen your skills, then we welcome you to come. You can register if you go to www.outsideoftheboxtherapy.com. There's a little green box that says Beyond the Box, and that is our play therapy training program. And you can register for the course that will be in Gaffney, South Carolina on March 21st, 2026. For those of you who are asking why it's not virtual, the answer is simple. In order to get your RPT, you have to have 75 in-person hours and 75 that you're allowed to do virtual. And in-person does not count Zoom face-to-face type thing. It has to be in-person contact hours. That's why we're having it in person. So hopefully we'll see you there.